Good afternoon. This is Meagan Burns, and I am doing a continuous line drawing demo. Here, let me get it there. Yeah. So, hi, welcome everyone. This is something new, a new offering I have as a part of this group. Today, I'm going to be doing a continuous line drawing of this street scene here in my neighborhood in Condesa in Mexico City. I have posted this photo without much comment in our group, and when this gets posted to YouTube, it'll have a link to this photo so you can reference it. And so first thing I want to do is just to take a look at it. Here we go. So this is Cardinal Cafe, which is actually just down the street from me. And it's got this pretty pink wall. This is a Elote shop, right? And then they have tables out here on the edge of the sidewalk, and that's where I sit, where I can look at this. So before I do a drawing, I look for the lines. I look for the lines. Like oftentimes I look at the sidewalks. What are the sidewalks telling me about the scene at hand, right? So we have this woman walking up the street towards us here, and you can see from her the lines are kind of emanating, right? Like here's the base of the sidewalk, here's the doorway line, we're moving up, and we've got window line and window line, right? So it kind of almost emanates from here, right? And the thing I love about drawing in Mexico, which I think gives me such great permission, not that I really need it, is nothing is really accurate. I mean, I heard a quote once to say that Mexico City looks like it's been drawn with a very unsteady hand. And that gives me permission just to be unsteady about it. Even if I were in a architecturally correct city, like I'm going to Chicago in a few weeks, and I'm already nervous about how precise everything is. But it doesn't matter, right? Because nobody cares. We are not architects. I am not an architect. I don't want to draw like an architect. I have great regard and respect for architects, but that is not how I want to draw. I practice continuous line because I like the expressive brushstrokes. I like to draw creatively, and I like to draw with a great command of my hand, which I believe the continuous line practice helps build that skill, right? Okay, so now I'm going to switch to my overhead camera here. I've got lots of buttons and stuff like that to push. So if you decide you want to comment, I won't see it because I've got all the controls right here in front of me. But I also want to have my focus be on the drawing, right? So here I have a little photo reference here because I don't have a third camera yet. So let's see, I'm looking at this image in 3 places. I have to decide which one I want to look at. So I've got my Fude pen, my Fude. This is what a lot of us use in our in the continuous line practice. And the reason that is so nice about it, let's see if I can get it to focus, is it's got a kind of a fat nib that you can like spin around and get different line weights, right? You can see this pen is very used. I need to clean it, don't I? Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I'm having an artist chat, a continuous line story with Alejandro Anaya, who's going to be telling us all about fountain pen maintenance, fountain pen inks, and all that good stuff. Now, in our group, we're also kind of on this Uniball craze, and the thing that's so nice about Uniball is they're pretty easy to get. That's the Uniball Signo 207 bold, right? Look, you can see all the words right there. There it is. There's my ajolote. Hi, they still got paint on them. So yeah, everyone's experimenting with Uniballs, which is really kind of cool, right? So I hope if you can either draw along with me or draw later, but I would like for anyone who would like to take a spin at doing a continuous line drawing of this cafe scene, right? All right, so no promises that it's going to be like whatever it is. It is what it is, right? So let's see here. I am going to begin, of course. I mean, even if I plan this out, it doesn't, my pen seems to do what it wants to do, right? So, you know, it's kind of like a leap of faith. And I just go with it. I'm just along for the ride, right? It's a trusting, like the more you allow your hand to draw and do the thing it wants to do. My hand likes to draw. You know, there's the sign for the corn. Oh, I didn't even get the whole doorway in. That's all right. I never really know what I'm going to get, what's going to happen here, right? So right here, I'm just going to put a chair. Ooh, a little big. So the thing that I love about continuous line is that I make up the rules kind of as I go, as far as, like, I'm not so careful about having things be precise and in its right place. And I really just kind of like more the fluidness of it, right? Let's see, there's the corn shop and here's my table. So I'm not even going to put that table. I like to eliminate things because I can. Just because something is there doesn't mean it has to go in. I think that what happens is if you're familiar with the urban sketching rules manifesto, you may get kind of like worried that, oh, I didn't get that thing right. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. First of all, nobody cares. And nobody cares, right? So there we go. I'm putting this chair in. It's totally warm. I'm going to put a coffee on it because I can. All right. All right. So here's a menu. Corn, 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 corn. Elote, 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 elote. They have cups. They do Dory Locos and they do all kinds of fun things. And then Cardinal Cafe is where you get your delicious coffee. See, and I don't know why, something about my hand just wanted to come over here and do this electric box, right? So I'm not just along for the ride. I'm just like following my hand. There's the electric meter. There's the thing that goes to the city. Yeah, so I just kind of let my hand do that. Then we've got like a security gate here. All right, I'm going to get rid of that table, but I do kind of like this. There's like a round mirror in there. Round mirror where you can kind of see some things, including the light bulbs that are hanging over the Dory Locos. So I'm going to come down this way and see there's counters, right? So all kinds of things on the counters, including a cash register, which I'm just making it up because all cash registers are iPads now. And I just made this like old-timey cash register, but you see them sometimes. There, I'm going to put one light in there. Phew. Because honestly, that's what this is. All right. So here's this, and then we got a little elote here, which is corn, for those of you not familiar with elotes, which they, it's corn on the cob, but they cut it off and put it in a cup or in a bag of Doritos, and with salsa and with all kinds of, like, oh my God, they put everything in it. Okay, I'm putting another chair over here just because that should be like this. There we go. And then table. And then another chair. All righty. So that's just going to be black in there. And then look at, we got all these crazy roof lines. And mine's a little short, but that's all right. I'm exaggerating the perspective because I can. There's no one telling me I can't do that. Okay, so look at all these crazy lines. Like, you don't even, it doesn't even matter if you know architecture or not, because everything is just so here, now we got a window frame. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, and then here we've got some light fixtures. See, there's a light fixture right there. And then we have a big corn sign, the big logo, which I'm going to exaggerate it because I can. Yeah. There's the side of it. And so this is a big elote. Living in Mexico, I discovered quick ways to draw corn. I mean, I know there's corn elsewhere, but corn is king here. And then they've got some words there. I'm just gonna represent it like that. What is that thing? I think it's a light fixture, but here, I'm just going to, there. There's other light fixtures there, but I don't have time for that. I actually didn't make this space big enough, which that's fine. Okay, so then this is, yeah, this is the underbelly, which can be shown through color, right? And then, oh my God, there's all kinds of crazy things on the walls, because wires and stuff like that tend to run amok here in Mexico, cable wires, all kinds of things. Oh my God, I'm not going to do that closed window. And let's see here, I don't have that, but what I do want is I want, let's see, I'm looking at perspective here. I want to add a person, so I'm going to do that right here. And I'm not even looking at the photo because I want it to be me. All right, my jean jacket that I just lost. Should I? Yeah, I'm gonna you which I'm gonna put this bag. Trying to figure out which bag. I've got my market bag there. There's me. And it looks like I'm just so used to it. I just got to put a dog in here. Even though I don't have a dog anymore. I still have her in my dreams, right? So there's my little doggy Bunner. See how loosey goosey I'm being with it? Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, there she is. All right, so there's let's see, that kind of goes back into a corner. And yeah, I didn't have enough room for the cafe seat. So now the thing that's so great, like, okay, so I'm doing some continuous line urban sketching right here, right? You get an opportunity to tell the story, tell more of the story through color. Okay, so let me just take a sip of water here. Got my watercolors right here. I think the first thing I'm going to do, let me bring them a little bit closer. All right, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is that's so vibrant. Let's get that pink, right? Ugh, too much water. Yeah, see, I didn't make this upper area large enough, but honestly, who cares, right? Look how cute it looks. And look how much that that core elote stands out, right? And then let's see, we got a little bit more over here. Yeah, and then right there. Yeah, so that helps us see what's going on here, right? A lot of colors to contend with here. Let's So with the color, you kind of have an opportunity to clarify your lines if they got a little lost, right? And it's easy to get lost, right? It is very easy to get lost when you're doing this. But honestly, so what? Get lost and then get found and just move on with it, right? That's what I think is how you do this. Put a little shadow under myself. And then we got some other buildings back here. I'm just going to do that with there. Yeah, throw just a little bit more color in there. Put, even though it's green, I like to keep colors simple, right? There, my bag's teal. So I'm just being really, even though, you know, some of these colors are different, I'm just making, I'm just keeping it simple. You know why? Because it's just easier to understand instead of like, oh, let me match that blue and let me match this blue. I mean, honestly, I just use this to like, what am I trying to say? I use the lines to sort of help develop the story, right? And I'm gonna go darker here. Darker here. Oh, geez. My pen just slipped down. Oh, there's my head, huh? I'll get my head, my big fat head out of the way. Now, I'm usually in blue. Let me just, hey. There. Yeah. There we go. I wear a lot of denim, and you know, I'm not going to get real. All right, now there's also, come here, green. There's always big trees. And I'm going to exaggerate them a little bit. Big trees. Let me get another brush here. No, I'm just taking out this one. Yeah. So they're super simple. Yeah, that may be it right there. I may call it right there because I like just the simplicity of it, right? And I think, you know, what happens sometimes with my continuous, I do all this like beautiful continuous line work, and then sometimes I cover it up with too much color. And so I try to pull back my color, even though I love it and I want to like just go crazy with the color. Because that's what I'm an artist for. I like to play with the color. So let's see here. Let me go back to this camera. Yeah, let me pull this up here. So there you have it, a super quick continuous line demo. Urban sketch. Let me see if it's dripping. No, there it is, right? Just a really, well, I was going to say simple, but you know, if you're just starting with this may not be considered simple, right? But honestly, the things I do is I look for the starter lines. I looked at sidewalks, and then I look to see how the dimension grows, right? So you can kind of see line, 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 right? And so that's the thing, just over time, I've trained my eye to look for, right? In the photo, the person started pretty much right here and went to right there, right? Well, I moved myself out a little bit because I wanted to play with this. I'm never about like doing the exact photo. If I'm doing it from photos, I'm never about doing it the exact way. It's right. It's like I lean into my lines. I let my line tell the story. I like the expressiveness of the continuous line because it lets you, I believe it lets you be playful, right? And that's what I'm here for, the playful lines, right? I think I said I'm here for some other things. I'm here for the humanity, right? I'm here for the humanity of being an artist and seeing my world, drawing my world. Mexico City is an amazing place as far as like the architecture. Everything is like funky and crooked and a little broken for over time. You know, everything's ancient. So it's a wonderful city to draw. It's a wonderful place for me to have leaned into the expressiveness of just like, you know, I'll add little loop-de-loops just because I can, or I'm thinking about where do I go next? Where do I go next? I don't know where I'm going with my pencil. I'll just do a loop-de-loop or a spiral or something. It almost has become like a nervous twitch now, right? Anyways, there you go. I would love to see what everyone, their interpretation of this photo. So as a member of the continuous line storytelling, you're free to do, what is that called? It's a hashtag, draw it in your style, right? So that's what we're doing here today. I will, again, I'll pin the photo reference. And I would love to see what everyone in the group can do with this, with the continuous line challenge. I'm going to be doing this once a week. And so it's just going to get cooler all the time. All right, everyone, have a great weekend. See you next time. Bye.